Well, hello everybody. Tonight I would like to talk about the basics of bouncing mortar. Before we get into that, let's talk about something you can't bounce mortar off anymore, and that is base asset. By base asset, I'm referring to base turrets and sensors. If you fire mortar directly at a base asset, then the mortar will explode on contact. You can use that on your favor. If someone is around a base asset, then all you really have to do is fire at the base asset and the explosion radius will do the rest. Here is an example. In this clip, I know I'm going down, but before I go down, I'm able to take down an enemy all thanks to the base turret. Here are two more examples, just to give you an idea of how neat of a trick this can be. While this footage is rolling, let's now go ahead and talk about why and how bouncing mortar is useful. There are quite different ways to make use of it. In this video, I'll be talking about a couple of them. I would ask you to keep in mind that these reasons, points, whatever, are not exclusive to each other. When you're playing, you're likely to use multiple of these in a single scenario. Now, all that said, the first reason, and probably the most important reason for bouncing, is because you want your mortar to explode sooner than later. If you simply fire a mortar, it might take some time before it hits the surface and then explodes. If it doesn't hit any surface, then obviously, well, it's going to be a while before it explodes, right? So you intensely hit the surface sooner for it to explode sooner. Now add proper timing to that and it is a very deadly combo. It's kind of like cooking a grenade in a sense that your enemies won't have enough time to respond. Here are some examples to make sense of what I vaguely described. In this clip, I'm firing mortar right at the ground, so it explodes sooner. Additionally, I'm timing it right so that the mortar explodes when enemy comes near it. Why is he going to come near it? Because he doesn't see it. And that's very important. In these clips, you see me carefully hide my mortar from enemies. Why is he coming right over the mortar? Because that is the straight path to me. Often people rush at their enemies and you should abuse that. The idea here is break vision, time and fire mortar in between, profit. Alright, the next reason tactic for bouncing is to get access to places and spots that you don't have access to at that moment. Here are some clips to illustrate that idea. In this clip, I'm not on the stand to stop the cap, so I bounce my mortar to do the job. Similar scenario to the first one, I don't have direct access to the enemy's position, so I bounce my mortar into that spot. Here I'm positioned in a way that the Hoff doesn't have direct vision of me, while I still have access to him through bouncing. Alright, now next I want to talk about specific scenario of being followed. A lot of people, when they're chasing, dueling you, they're only going to be focused on you and whatever you throw directly at them. I find that people often ignore bounces until it's too late. Often there isn't even need to hide your bounce shots because they probably think you missed. The final topic I want briefly like to talk about is the physics behind bouncing. It is very intuitive, I think. If you like, you could picture it as throwing a tennis ball at a wall or something. The thing I would like to highlight though is bouncing on the edge of a surface, as it can be a bit tricky. Here are some examples. In the first clip, this is a perfect example of using surface as to bounce mortar upward. Now the following clip, the bounce isn't as great, but it still manages to do the job. I fire at the wall nearby the enemy, mortar bounces and explodes in close proximity to do the job. Otherwise, like, there is very little way to kill that guy that is far away and above my position. Anyway, that is all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Before I go, I'm going to leave you with some more mortar bouncing clips. I'll let you figure out what is going on. Usually, like, when I was learning how to play Juggernaut, nobody was really doing commentaries over it. So how I learned it is just by playing and watching a lot of clips on YouTubes and VODs and stuff. So hopefully these clips can give you some ideas as well. Peace out, guys.
The time is now. After we shall fail. Our flag has been captured. We have the Blood Eagle flag. Blood Eagle has secured their flag. Give me the flag! Give me the flag!
leave if you want.
No. I'm not a quitter. Wow.
Nice.
Blood Eagle has secured their flag. Blood Eagle has our flag.
Oh, damn, who just nitron?
If you're gonna go after them, I'll conk it, and then you retrieve it.
We can go.
Okay. Going. Well, that works.